Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pillow Talk Lounge quarantine time right here on Rick Radio.
Wait, hold it. I know people have forgotten days, but don't forget your own show.
Oh, shit.
You want to rewind or something?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Fashion Victuals Radio right here on Rip Radio Network. As you can see, this is day 34, I don't know, of quarantine. I'm losing it right now. Sorry. Got a lot going on, and I'm at home. So, my bad. Oh, my God. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy. As you can see, quarantine life is not doing well for me at all. The brain is slipping. Big time.
I mean, shoot. I mean, again, you just have to be active in other things, and so that way the brain doesn't focus on what you're focusing on, which sadly is what's going on right now. So as long as you're able to try to expand the mind a little bit better, then you're able to
work
get
on
out
that.
of it.
Gotta totally work on that. That's my fault. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Well, another Wednesday right here, everybody, during quarantine. Hopefully you all are keeping sane. That is going to actually be one of the topics today. And we're going to talk to Miss Candace live today about how she's holding up during the quarantine and having kids. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, yeah, because I saw on Instagram, The Rock, and he was lip syncing or mostly singing along with his new baby daughter, the song that he sung on Moana, and he's like,
and Rose cleaning her hands.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, and his last quote was, "It's like, get plenty of sleep and cocktails as best as you can," for all the parents out there. So
the liquor stores, honestly, I'm sure their sales have been up since the past 2 months. I know their sales have gone up because in order to maintain some of these kids, and not to talk about nobody's kids, because I don't know how your kids behave at home or what stress level you all are going through. But I know it's a lot when your kids actually have to do homeschooling right now, based on using their laptops or based on you having to be their teachers right now. It's a little stressful. So
yeah,
more power to them.
So that's why being I don't know. I mean, I figure it's like, I'm glad I'm not a teacher. I know I have my cousin's wife. She's a teacher. She's a Montgomery County teacher.
Oh, wow.
So I know she probably, probably
doing going through it. She's going through
it too as well. But the homeschooling, I know some friends who are probably doing it with their kids, and they're probably regretting it ever since. So
I mean, at this point, I don't think it's a choice, right? This is something that you have to do at least to keep up with the children's curriculum in place. Keep that mind.
I mean, true. I mean, we can further discuss it down the line, but I don't know. It depends on what happens from here on out. So
that's true. That is very true. So as every week, the last couple of weeks, I've been asking you, how are you holding up during quarantine right now?
Say again?
How are you holding up?
I'm sorry, I'm distracted by other things.
And even for me, I know I missed the name, but you completely blanked out.
No, I'm as a producer, I'm still producing things. I'm picking up, getting comments from, I got, make sure our guest is able to come and things like that and everything. So yeah. I've been just being active again. Actually, I did some revamping of my LinkedIn account at its spot, so, and let's say what else. What else I've been doing? Working out again, just try to, the mind. Surprisingly enough, working out does help. It really does. So. And also, you remember the show what was the show? Oh, Blind Date.
You mean the one that I was watching? Or another show called Blind? Oh, the Blind Date show. Yes. I remember.
Okay. So during my again binge watching, I was finishing one show and I was trying to look for new other shows to start binge watching, and all of a sudden it's like I have the Bravo link and I see Blind Date. I'm like, okay, well, all these are old shows, and I'm looking at the little snapshots, and no, it's all new. So I started watching, and I'm like, oh my god, it's old school fun with new stuff in it, and I'm enjoying it. So
hilarious.
Yeah.
I watched it a couple times. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot. Mm-hmm.
It just makes me realize, like, yo, they have to know who they're setting these people up with. They have to. I've only seen one good couple come out of all the episodes that I've watched recently. I'm talking about recently.
Yeah, you see.
It was a recent one.
So far I've seen like about 8 episodes, and mostly I could tell like there's like a couple, like you said, a couple of couples that are worthy of surviving, have an extended relationship, probably post coronavirus, but others are kind of like, okay, I can tell why this bombed and why this bombed. So that's the funny part is seeing the ones that you want. It's kind of cool seeing the wild childs, hooking up at, it's like going to the hot tub and everything. So
you seen that one, right?
So there's plenty. I mean, if you're familiar with the classic version of Blind Date, it's brought back on Bravo, and it's good to rekindle that old show. So I'm happy for that.
Awesome. I think it's totally awesome. Yes, if you have not watched it, definitely watch it. I think it comes on a little late, about 11, I think.
Yeah, but like you said, you can check it out on demand. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I always catch it when like I'm in the bed and I'm watching TV. I'll check it out, but I've been keeping up with it. I thought it was hilarious, so I'm all for someone watching it. I just know Bravo has to at least be supportive of some of these people and their blind dates. It's like, yo, how in the world do you all match them up? This is a disaster waiting.
Well, I'm true. I mean, seeing them, they, probably like they fill out their forms and things like that, and everything. And there's somebody coming in for some odd reason. Oh, there she is.
Don't play me talking about something for some odd reason. Don't do that, Brian. Don't you dare talk about for some odd reason. Hey, Sarah, girl, how you doing?
I'm good.
Brian talking about something for some odd reason. Yeah, because you just text me and said, yeah, come on. What are you doing?
So Candace, we were talking about the show. I don't know if you remember this show called The Blind Date. And
yes,
it's Bravo. So they have a new spin up. They have a new episode. Have you checked it out?
Mm-hmm. No, I haven't. I swear I need to catch up on TV. It feels like
see, that's our topic for today.
That's the topic for today, right? It seems like with the quarantine, I don't get to catch up on TV until the kids are asleep. And then by the time I try to play catch up, I'm tired too. So
I can imagine.
Well, save that for after Fast and Victual News. So we'll hold that in because
right.
But you'll like Fast and Victual News. So we have people try to sneak into another country. And this is something
I'm not gonna lie, I've thought about it too. I thought about it.
There's something probably you can comment on, maybe not. There's the Instacart thieves. Then there's blacklisting in China. And of course, there's Indiana Jones and the virus artifacts. Since Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark will be coming on CBS Sunday movie this Sunday.
Oh, I thought it was like somebody was really like trying to make a virus thing with Indiana Jones. Okay, we're good.
You'll find out on Fast and Fiction News. So then there's blacklist. So yeah. So Ms. Tiara, any other comments before we take a break?
No, we can go ahead and take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to jump right into Fast and Victual News.
Right here on the Pillow Talk Lounge.
Radio. God. And we're back. Welcome back to Fashion Victuals Radio, right here on RipRadioNetwork.com. We're going to jump right into Fashion Victual News. All right, Brian, what do you have for us today?
All righty. You're going to like this. All right. So 2 weeks ago, two Euro nationals from various countries tried to sneak in to the French city of Marseilles. To Marseilles. Just like majority of the world, France is on solid lockdown, and have restrict rules for those, especially foreign nationals, entering into the country. Most importantly, now, if those entering the country are providing medical personnel and equipment. All right, so that's fine. But these Euro nationals only wanted to enter Marseille just to have a mini vacation in Cannes. The border police were informed by the airport, who told them that they only French passengers could be allowed to enter. So there were like at least 2 men and 1 woman who were French. Everyone else were like Croatian or what else? There was a German and a British person. So anyway, as we continue, the trip was organized by a Croatian man who was among the 10 passengers, and stated this to authorities: "I have a lot of money, and I have a lot of money to just pay the fine and go to Cannes." So, as early as I said, the non-French passengers were denied entry, and so they canceled the impromptu vacation and made everyone head back to London. Comments? I know you wanted to escape, Candace. So,
first of all, the fact that he's just going off of "I got a lot of money, so just pay the fine" is the reason why this is still spreading. So the people like that are the ones that are spreading it and are the ones that need to catch it. So
I totally agree. At this time, like, the numbers are shooting up every day, and it's people like that person who is preventing us from moving forward in life, because they're still traveling, they're still expanding. And who's to say that they're not a carrier right now?
Exactly. And talk about, "Oh, I got money." Just,
Exactly.
Hate people like that. They're annoying.
Yeah. So anyway, you may hate these people as well. So last week, Instacart customer placed a $350 order through the app. Now, you're gonna like this. So as she waited for her order, she continued to wait because she did get the notice that it was delivered. She checked to see where it was, and it was nowhere to be found. An image of her location was seen on the delivery notice, but there was no groceries to be seen. Now, with the high demand of this service, is may have become the new gig for those who would take advantage of those who have already paid for their own groceries. Instacart is encouraging those who have any problems with the service to contact the customer service line. But as of now, no one can help those who've gotten their groceries taken. This is another problem, brick, that the Instacart has to deal with in recent weeks, due to the fact that several weeks ago that many Instacart employees feel that they demand better safety conditions for themselves, since they are now considered essential. So, any comments on that?
Okay, first of all,
like when they do Instacart, do they have license plate numbers as to who's delivering your stuff?
Okay, so basically how Instacart works
Okay.
Since I see, this is why I did the story.
Right. Yeah, you're an independent contractor. So basically, you're like running your own business. You're under the entity of Instacart, but you're a like I said, you're an independent contractor.
Mm-hmm.
So the way it happens is like, they have your profile picture. So when somebody picks up your order, you're going to see the name and the picture of who picked it up.
Okay.
And then you'll get a notification saying, oh, your shopper, like say I'm shopping an order for you, and you'll get a notification as soon as I get to the store that says, hey, Candace, your personal shopper has started shopping for your order. Before I go to pay for your order, then it's like, okay, Candace is getting ready to pay. You can't make any more changes. And then it'll tell you when I'm delivering. So you'll see on the GPS when I'm arriving and all that kind of stuff. And you have options to where, okay, if nobody answers the doorbell, you can leave delivery instructions pretty much. And if there's an option, if you leave the option to leave the groceries at the door, some guests have actually left that option because they don't want to answer it. They just say, just leave it out, ring the doorbell, I'll come and get it. You have to take a picture of where you leave the groceries. So the customer will get it. But the suck part, which I'm pretty sure this is what people are doing, when customers leave the option to, if I don't answer the doorbell, they can leave it. When you select that option to, like we say, deliver it to customer, it's going to ask you, how did you deliver it? Did you hand it to them or did you leave it at the door? If you give shoppers the opportunity to pick how you want your groceries delivered, and you tell them, oh, leave it at the door if I don't answer, they can easily say, I handed it to the customer and keep it pushing. And they never dropped them off to begin with. So I don't like when guests do that. I actually try personally myself as a shopper. I try to always make sure I leave my customers, like I hand them groceries myself. Like, because I've heard of that happening to people. I've even thought about that. It's like, well, if they leave it, neighbor could come by and be struggling or whatever, snatch their food. I wasn't even thinking about as a shopper stealing somebody's food. I was thinking from the customer standpoint, if they live in a ratchet neighborhood, next thing you know, their groceries are gone. Like, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's wow. Who orders $350 worth of groceries?
Okay. Family. Grocery bill used to be ridiculous.
Right. That's $350.
Go to Whole Foods. Anyway.
Don't go to Whole Foods. Please don't go to Whole Foods.
Anyway, next story is blacklisted in China.
Oh,
as Trump likes to say.
I feel like I'm not going to like this.
On March 24th, a section of the famous Chinese wall reopened after COVID-19 outbreak. On the same day, unfortunately, a visitor was caught on camera defacing the iconic wall with a key. The report went viral throughout the country, angering everyone. The officials of the Great Wall have immediately implemented new disciplinary measures for those vandalizing the wall. One of the measures is a regulatory blacklist announcement that will increase the awareness and apply pressure on those who oppose these measures. One citizen stated, the epidemic has already injured the tourism industry greatly, making the defacement of the Great Wall even more unbearable. So yeah, I mean, just a moment after it's like, hey, we're kind of someone back, and then next thing you know, you deface the Great Wall of China. I don't get it.
You know what?
People have no respect for history.
In the other direction.
I thought it was talking about the World Health Organization thing with the French doctors. That's where I thought you were going with that.
I thought about how the African, like certain Africans have been treated walking around China right now.
Yes, like they've been kicked out of their homes. Like that thing made me so mad when I read that, talking about they're getting kicked out of their homes.
Exactly.
They can't get any hotel rooms. Just disgusting.
Well, this whole thing is gotten to the point where you had, like, when this first thing started, you had, like I said, China. Trump was blaming China for it and calling it Chinese flu and all that stuff. And mind you, we know where it originated, but then again, now everyone's pointing.
Do we? Like, no, I'm just playing.
but the thing is, everyone's doing the blame game. I remember seeing videos on Australia I see a woman yelling at two
Oh yeah,
Asian
and
women,
spitting at them too, right?
spitting at them and
Yep.
stuff like that. It's
I
like,
saw that.
I mean, it's not. I mean, come on now. But like,
It's but see, this is what I feel like they wanted. And when I say they, I mean government, the sneaky stuff. Like, I feel like this is what they wanted because they're hyping up on people's fear. Hence why we still can't find toilet paper and paper towels.
right.
You know, everybody's buying face masks and gloves and wearing them improperly. You know, just all these things, like they're banking on fear. And fear, 9 times out of 10, is ignorance. And, you know, we know how that goes. We get a Australian girl catching charges for what should be a hate crime for spitting on 2 Asian women in the middle of the street. And
That's
then
true.
these French doctors sitting there talking about oh yeah, let's test out the vaccine on Africans because they don't have any treatment plans. They don't wear masks. They don't take care of themselves. So why not? Yeah, sure. Let's go.
You know what's so funny about that? Africans take care of themselves more than Americans do. They have certain plants that we don't have in Africa that they use and that they eat to get their health up.
Yep.
So, and honestly,
they figured Africa is just this disease-ridden country,
right?
And it's like, baby.
How many cases of the coronavirus has been reported in Africa thus far? Like, it's very minimal to a lot of other countries that are dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic right now, which is unfortunate. It's very unfortunate to have to even hear something like that. So back to the whole wall of China.
Right, the original story.
It sucks, honestly, because that is actually a part of history in China.
Exactly. Like who has time to go deface history? Like,
and it's unfortunate. Ignorance. And I would honestly, the person who did it, hopefully they're getting jail time because
they should definitely.
They'll probably get more than jail time. You know how China does they handle it
right.
They'll be ready to kill somebody. But yeah, that's unfortunate.
That's super duper unfortunate. And we already know whoever did it is not gonna step up. So
yeah. So last story, like I said, CBS is going to bring back Sunday Night at the Movies, and their first flick will be Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. So this story is kind of an ode to that. It's called Indiana Jones and the Virus Artifacts. As probably you don't know, or as many people know, many museums and art galleries are closed due to the current lockdown. Yeah. The Illinois State Museum are looking for those to contribute what is currently going on. Erica Holst, curator of the history of the museum, stated that the realization that we're in the middle of a historical event, we wanted to get out there and start collecting and preserving it for posterity. She continues, everyone saw life as they knew it disappear a few weeks ago. We're getting used to the new normal. We're feeling anxious. We're feeling sad. And she ends by stating, maybe feeling some hope for the future. And we want to see what that looks like for people. So a lot of people have been, collecting a lot of pictures and things like that. And one of the most notable pictures, and I think Miss Candace will like this one, someone took a picture of a toilet paper cake. So, and here it is right here. Whoops. And Candace is muted for some reason. So,
oh, that's what my daughter was asking for food. My bad.
No problem. So this is a toilet paper cake that's right here. And as you can see, it's funny. A nice little powered up. So, yeah, would you like to contribute to what is going on as a historical event to this day and age?
That's hilarious. Toilet paper cakes. I've seen it all. I'm done.
That is so foul.
I'm so done. It's like, look, if you can't get it to wipe your butt, at least you can get it to eat.
Exactly. It's so foul. Like, people are really suffering trying to find toilet paper right now.
But what kills me though is toilet paper is not the cleanest thing to use. So I don't know whose survival instinct said load up on toilet paper. Like, If your butt's not that clean, like if your butt is really that dirty, I'm sorry. You have flushable wipes and you have your shower.
Mm-hmm.
But this is my biggest issue. We're going through a pandemic of a disease that attacks your immune system. What the fuck is toilet paper going to do for your immune system?
Nothing.
That's
I can see people running out of oranges or like citrus fruits or something, but
medication.
The Lysol and the Clorox makes sense. Okay,
absolutely.
Fine. But even then, I know what I know about. We're gonna leave that one alone. But
I mean, he's on that.
I'm just saying, like Lysol and Clorox is not necessarily the best thing for you, but we're gonna leave that alone. That's a whole separate conversation. But those make sense for when I do these shopping trips, when people like, oh, I want disinfectant wipes and stuff, like, oh, sweetie, you're not gonna find it. I'm gonna refund that item right now for you.
Stores.
They should know they're not gonna find it. So it's like, unless you can find it miraculously on Amazon or through my shopping club, you're not gonna find it. So just forget it. But yeah, I don't know what part of survival says, hey, stock up on toilet paper with basically the mutated version of the flu that attacks your lungs. I didn't know the lungs and the butt correlated to it.
I know.
Just saying. That's all I want to know.
I guess when people cough too hard, they pooping on themselves. I don't know.
It's like COVID-19 gives you diarrhea. That's what it does.
Lord, they're gonna have to add COVID into the Pepto-Bismol song.
Terrible. It's terrible.
I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm like, I don't know why I should have to wake up at the butt crack of dawn, no pun intended, to go find some toilet paper. Like this, it just doesn't make sense. So I mean,
it's unfortunate.
It is.
But that's Fast Victual news right there.
All right. Thank you, Brian. We're going to take another quick break. And when we come back, we're going to jump into our interview with Miss Candace here.
Yay!
About how this coronavirus has been helping her or hurting her.
Send wine and tequila and help.
We'll be back right here on Victuals Radio. Welcome back, everybody, to Fashion Victuals Radio, right here on ripradionetwork.com. All right, Miss Candace, I think, there we go.
I know a lot of things to do as a producer and an engineer and God knows what.
All right, Miss Candace, how have you been dealing with the coronavirus and quarantine with the children?
Candace?
Can you hear me?
Candace, you hear us?
Hold on, sweetheart.
Oh, yeah, she hears us.
I gotta figure out what's
Can't hear us.
Oh, she got muted out.
We can hear you.
Uh-oh. Can you hear us, Candace?
I can't hear you guys.
Oh, God, this happened before last time.
I'm going to leave and come right.
Okay.
Okay.
What people don't know is that Miss Candace has beautiful kids, and some of them are a little older. And I know that you all have seen her in the studio with her baby girl, but she has 2 older sons. So today we're going to be interviewing Miss Candace to talk about her quarantine woes with her kids.
Candace, you hear us?
Yes, now I can hear you guys. I swear I don't know what happened. I was like, I can't hear nothing.
Yeah.
So what we were asking was, how has it been being quarantined with your kids?
It's like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love them. I love them to pieces. But Lord, I feel bad for these stay-at-home moms. Can you see me?
Yeah, we see.
Okay. I feel bad sometimes for these stay-at-home moms. Like, they have the school-age kids and have to do like homeschooling and stuff like that. Like, I feel so bad for them because I'm like, I can't do it. Especially when they're the way they teach us new math, like this virtual learning, I'm learning with them.
Wow.
Because the way they teach things is just, it's crazy. Like, it's absolutely insane. So,
back and forth, back and forth. So, she's there.
Candace?
Candace.
I see her face.
Are you still there?
Now I can't hear you again. I can't hear.
He messaged. Log out again. Okay. I think, let's do it this way. I think for I just think that it's kind of unfortunate that, mind you, she may have some help, and try to, if she has her her mom and things like and things like that. So it would be beneficial, but like I said before, like I do see, I see the pictures, I see everything else, and let's see what she has to say. Are you good?
Yes, I'm good. I don't know what's going on. Every time my phone does something, it does something else. I'm not, I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Well, let me ask you: do you feel that are you getting help, from your mom, or or are you just by yourself?
It's pretty much just me, honestly. Because my mom, she teleworks, and she has her own schedule going on. Like, everybody has their own schedule, so it's mostly me. 99.999% me, and it's a lot. It's a lot. Like, I commend these teachers with this virtual learning thing. They rolled this system out within a week. And, I've seen parents complain about it yesterday, like, with it being the first day. It's like, look, they rolled out the system in a week. They don't even know this system. So we just got to be patient with each other. I think the one thing that is the common denominator with everything, we just have to be patient with each other. Because, when I was working all the time, my one complaint was, I want more time with my kids. I want to be that mom that's more involved with my kids. But I didn't mean for them to be home all day. So, because parents need that break. Like, it's a lot. Yeah. It's a lot. We definitely need that break. So I feel like school is supposed to be that break, but it's not supposed to be a daycare service where, you're not supposed to get involved. You still have a responsibility to get involved with your kids' education. But now that, for a long time, parents haven't really been doing that. Now they're forced to have to get involved with their kids. And they're like, I don't know what I'm doing. But for me, it was a little bit easier because with my sons, the one thing that their teachers say about me all the time, they're like, thank God you're one of those involved parents. They know. I give them my phone number on the first day of school. Like, my kid acts up, call me. Call me. Like, I'm one of those types of parents. So it's been interesting to see how they learn in school, and they're talking about how they miss their friends and all this other stuff in their activities, but it's rewarding. But at the same time, send wine and help. Send wine, like a case. Give me a nice big 12 bottle case, and some help, and we're good. The toughest part, I would have to say, is not being able to go out and take your kids out to the park. Like, my boys, they want to run around in the playground. I have to tell them, you can't go to the playground. So we have to improvise. Like, my balcony in my apartment is cement. So get them some sidewalk chalk, go outside. That's your outside. There you go. I don't want to let them play in the parking lot just because people zoom through there all types of crazy. So I don't want them, getting hit by a car or anything, even though I can monitor them. But the safest way for them to play is in the house, toys, or sitting out on your balcony. And it's unfortunate, but my 9-year-old gets it. My 5-year-old, not so much. He's just like, Mommy, I want to go outside. I want to go play. I want to go do this. I want to go paint the sky purple. And it's like, no, you can't. You can't, honey. Like, you can't be outside. Well, can we go to the store? No, baby, we can't go to the store. Why not? Can we go here? I want to go see dinosaurs. I want to go do this. I want to go to the movies. Like, honey, we can't. He wanted to see the Trolls World Tour movie or whatever. Yeah, he wanted to see the new Trolls movie. He was talking about going to the movies. It's like, baby, we can't. I'm sorry. Like, we're going to have to watch it on TV together at home. He's like, well, that's not fun.
No.
So, I mean, everybody's suffering all the way around.
Yeah, they've made it so convenient for us to stay home, and I don't know how the new norm would be after this is all said and done, because some people are getting so accustomed to kind of doing things at home, like you said, the Troll movie. Now they have it where you can just watch it at home. You pay $20.
Yeah, basically you're paying your movie ticket to stream it at home, because I mean, these production companies, they still got to recoup that money that they put out to produce it. So I totally understand it. It's just, this might be the new norm for movie premieres. Like, hey, you gonna go see that new movie tonight? Exactly. Yeah, bro, right from my couch.
They're like, right from your home theater. It's like, really?
Right. Literally. Yes. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. I never saw it being like this. And now that everybody's wished for, oh, I wish I had more time at home. I wish I had more time to do this. I don't have enough time to do this. Now you got nothing but time and going stir crazy. We're going stir crazy. It's not too bad. Like I said, the kid, it's just, you just got to be creative and go back to the basics. Like now parents are forced to, throw home birthday parties for their kids. Like that's exciting to see. I love seeing that on my timeline.
I like seeing that too. Like the kids are actually making their kids, the parents are actually making the cake for the kids because they don't want to buy.
Yes, they're making it for the kids. They're, coming up with games. I was in Walmart one day, shortly before Easter, and literally this one mom in front of me, she was like, oh no, this quarantine is not stopping me and my baby's fun. She went and bought every outdoor, sit down, girl. Jesus, she wants to be everywhere under the sun. But it's just like, she went and bought every outdoor activity she could find in the toy section of Walmart, and like it was everything from like beanbag tosses. She even bought stuff to create outdoor games. Like she was not playing.
See, that's awesome.
So, yeah, I love when I was like, I love seeing stuff like this, and it was things that I even grew up doing as a kid. She went and bought up all the old school board games and stuff. I'm like, what? I'm coming to your house. Give me your address. You're the quarantine party house. What's up? So it's a shocking reality for some, but I don't mind it.
Yeah,
I don't mind it.
You don't mind? Well, let's say this: even though it's been about a month now, how are you mentally prepared for, let's say, another month for this, and it's basically becoming repetitive, or have you noticed it becoming repetitive?
Did we miss the send wine and hope? I think I could pull off another month. I mean, the schooling, the schooling is going to be hard, but trying to just stay creative and keep the kids busy, it's going to be a challenge. But we just got to go back to when our parents used to have to think of ways to entertain us growing up. We didn't have all these modern conveniences that our children do now. So
that is true.
It's forcing us to really, especially my generation of parents, it's really forcing us to stop relying on giving your kids the tablet, or, oh, they're going to school, they'll be all right. Whatever, I'm good. No, figure it out. Figure it out. I think personally, I could pull it off because, like I said, I enjoy being with my kids. I'm one of those moms that I've missed out on a lot with my first two. The third one, on the other hand, I welcome the break. I welcome it because she's a handful. But the boys, they're pretty easy because they're school age. They're pretty much, they know what they're into. I just got to catch up on what in the world they're talking about when they talk about Fortnite and all those other and Beyblades and all this stuff. It's like, okay, fill me in, but they're pretty much, they entertain each other, so it's not that hard.
Right.
The little girl I got, on the other hand,
different breed.
She's about to get sent to Madagascar in a crate. Okay? That's gonna be Madagascar 4. That's gonna be her movie because this girl.
Yeah, because I've noticed you played Frozen 2 to death, and then you got hooked on.
I know the script to that freaking movie. I know the whole script, every song, even, you know, the versions that I think it was Panic at the Disco did a version of that. Like, listen, I know almost every version of Into the Unknown and everything of that movie. If you ask me about it right now, I could give you the synopsis of both movies and probably the whole script. It's ridiculous. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it.
So after the
Because
kids,
I was
go ahead, Brian.
go no Tiara's lady show.
Okay.
I did get her on Onward though. I love Onward. The only reason because there's no annoying songs for me to get stuck. But she loves that movie too because of the magic stuff. But
so once the kids wind down and you get them to bed, what is your focus at that point?
trying to catch up on everything I don't get to do when they're running around, because I'm cleaning the house at least 15 to 20 times a day. Between Fruit Loops and snack crumbs and, spilled water bottles. After cleaning up the mess and washing up the dinner dishes, my settle down is give me a good crime show, a good murder show. Like one of my friends tells me all the time, she's like, you stay watching that murder, kill stuff. Like, what are you doing? Because I was watching recently I was on Hulu watching The Murder of Lacey Peterson. And she was just like, why do you watch all this murder stuff? Like, you're scaring me. It's like, honey, if you go through my list on Hulu, it's crime shows. Like Investigation Discovery, that's my channel. Like murder stuff, that was my thing. Because once upon a time, I thought I wanted to be a forensic investigator. And then I realized you have to do gruesome stuff too. And it's like, no, thanks, I'm good. blood, guts is not my thing. But I like the detective work part of it. So a couple nights a week, I might pour myself a little drink. And if I could stay up long enough to make it through a couple of episodes of a show, I will. But I'm normally knocked out shortly after them, just because Janelle alone requires so much energy. Just her by herself is a lot. Like, I knew my boys were very energetic as toddlers, but this one here, I need like a gallon of coffee and a case of 5-hour energy shots to keep up with her. She's a lot. So when she settles down, I try to, I have a couple of home businesses that I'm actually, working on and being able to focus on now with this time. I try to keep myself awake to get through that. I try to, get some meditation in, and somewhere in the middle of I'm going to sleep. It's just more so catching up on sleep. And I hate when I fall asleep shortly after the kids, just because it throws my sleep schedule off. Because the next, I'm up at 4:00 in the morning and can't go to sleep because the kids go to bed at 8:39. I'm still trying to keep them on somewhat of a regulated schedule, and it's like I didn't want to put myself on it too. That's the hardest part for me, because it's like I wake up the next morning like, dang, I wanted to do this last night, I wanted to do that, I didn't get it done because I was tired. But I think the more I'm starting to get used to it and be able to put everybody into a routine, it's getting a bit easier. Because we don't know how much longer this is going to last. So it's just better now that if you don't have a routine, get one together. Because
here's the thing: it's more like the routine you're setting up is for the kids.
Yes, I don't have one for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. So
No, I don't. It was easier to have one when everything was open. Like, it was easier to, be able to plan out my time and stuff like that. It's like now, I got all this time at home in one place and I'm restricted as to where I can go. But that kind of throws my time off when I'm spending Lord knows how long in a line in a grocery store to go grocery shopping. Or, it takes longer to do this because of this quarantine or whatever the situation is. Or I can't necessarily break away and with my home businesses, I have like maybe a few people I need to reach out to and talk to and, follow up with, or, do training sessions or whatever. And I can't really do that because the kids need help with their classwork, or, the kids have to log on for their virtual learning. So then my computer's taken up, and then I'm having to sit there and explain. I'm playing teacher. So it's hard already as a mom, juggling all the hats that we wear: teacher, nurse, psychiatrist, disciplinarian, all like comedian, all of that stuff. But then we have to do it double time now. So it's a lot. Pray for the moms, especially the single ones. Pray for them, because I'm pretty sure they're not okay. Just check on and be like, hey, do you need a drink, a shot, a bottle?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Do you think the drinking intake has gone up since the kids have been home, or still?
No, it's actually been the same. And I think it's because by the end of the night, I'm too tired to finish my drinking. So I actually kind of set myself up. Like, I know what nights I'm going to drink because, those who, y'all know what I'm going through with, my marriage and things like that. With us being separated now, a couple of my weekends a month free up. Those are my drink nights. When my weekends free up, when, my baby girl's with her dad and it's like the house is quiet, those are really my turn up day. Well, my turn up days for real, because she's gone by noontime. So I'm not as tired for those weekends. So every other weekend is like my yay mom time. But other than that, it's full on mommy mode times 3. So, and when the kids are with their dads and, doing that, when the boys are with their dads and, whatever, I still get the phone calls. Mom, I want you to help me with this. I want you to help me with that. That's like, I want to change my name. Mommy ran away. like, who's this? New phone. Who's this? Don't call me. But it's awesome though. It's rewarding. It's really, really rewarding. I asked for it. I asked for it.
What do you think, once this is over, what do you think your kids, especially your older boys, what do you think they'll get out of this?
I don't, that's a good question. That is a very good question. I hope that they get she's right here. The one thing that they get out of it, I hope, is that they really don't have to, YouTube and tablets and video games ain't everything. Because like I said, with us being forced to have to revert to the old ways of thinking with parenting, I really hope that they take away the value of family time and building those bonds with not just your parents, but your siblings. And because, the bond between my 3 kids has been stronger. Like, I've noticed it. At first, you couldn't get them out of their videos. They each have their own little videos that they're watching. And, they'll play it with each other for about 5 minutes and get on each other's nerves and go to their own separate corners. Now it's, hey, let's play blocks together. Let's color together. Let's do this. Let's do that. They want to do everything together. So I love seeing it. And I just really hope they take away the value of family and just the fact that don't take anything for granted, because we all did. And look where we're at.
Yep.
Stuck in the house, being limited to where we can go, what we can do. Oh, sorry, baby. So,
stomping on Legos.
God, if I see one more Lego, I'm gonna cry. But I really want them to get that value of time, family, and just take advantage of every moment that you're given, because nothing is guaranteed. And just set yourself up for success the best way possible while you can. Because if you're not forced to work, honey, you need to have a backup plan and another backup plan and a backup plan for those 2 backup plans. Just don't be caught out here slacking, and just appreciate everything, because you never know when it can be taken from you, how long, and if you'll ever get it back.
Do you have you had movie nights with the kids where you all are?
Oh yeah. Oh, they love movie nights. Okay. Friday nights, we all get together, pizza, and the first place they go is the Marvel section on Disney Plus, and we're watching Marvel movies. And I'm always the first one to sleep. So when we all get together, I'm the first one to sleep, and I'll pop popcorn. I'll let them pretty much pig out, just get their favorite snacks and stuff, and we just move the couch back over by the dining room table. The way my living room and dining room is set up, they're kind of both really close to each other, so we'll move the couch back and make a big old fort with all the blankets and pillows in the house and just chill. So it's kind of fun, because these kind of things that I love doing, having pillow forts and little blanket forts and doing all those kind of fun things I get to do with my kids. And first they used to judge me like, Mom, why are you doing that? You're so weird. Now it's like, Mom, can we build a pillow fort before we watch the movie? I want to build a tent. Like, can we do that? So it's really cool to see. I love it.
Oh. Okay. See, now you want kids, Kiara, don't you?
Huh?
Now you want kids, don't you?
I've always wanted kids. I love kids.
I'm about to say I'll send you mine.
I love kids. Trust me.
But it's funny because I was actually telling a friend of mine the other day about, you know, just kind of how rewarding it is being a mom and stuff. And she was like, I wanted to. She's like, I really did. But now she's just like, in this society, I don't want to raise kids. And I told her, I don't blame her. It's like, I honestly do not blame you. Like, not just even off of the racial standpoint, just to look what's going on in our society. Like, we have a president who's literally known about this illness for months before it even got out of control, did nothing about it. Like, we're living in a time of ignorance. Like, you can't believe everything you see, even though you couldn't even do that before, but it's even at an all-time high now. Like, you don't know what's reliable, it's just everything, what's real, what's fake. There's real news, fake news, all like it's a mess. It's just a big, excuse my French, clusterfuck of confusion. And it's just, I wouldn't, if I thought about it, if I'd known the world would be like this 10 years ago when I first became a parent, I would have been like, yeah, no, I wouldn't even do it. But
I mean, the things we said, like, you know, back in the 80s when I was a teenager, because, you know, things were really crazy then. You know, you deal with the U.S. and Russia and their
but it seems like every generation gets worse.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's always some crazy notion of how to deal with certain situations. And it's especially something like this. How do you, you know, explaining a kid that, you know, you got to calm them down. Sadly, I'm going to bring this up, you know, the unfortunate thing of the 15-year-old girl who committed suicide because of all the craziness that was going around. I know the one thing that, Candace, I know you said earlier about, you know, your 10-year-old, you kind of knows what's going on, and your 5-year-old is sort of like he wants to go out and about and stuff like that. Do you initially keep reassuring the fact that, hey, this too will pass?
Yeah, you know? I do. And I tell them, like, you know, this is only temporary. It's not permanent. And, you know, soon you'll be able to run outside. And they were like, okay, but, you know, I want to go outside now. But you can't. So it's like, you just got to be a little bit patient. And, you know, they kind of have the concept of patience, but at the same time, they're kids. It's just the innocence of children. And unfortunately, seems like the closer kids get to that double-digit age, you kind of got to keep it real with them as if they're a teenager or adult. So I think that's why my 10-year-old, he has such a better grasp on it. And he, like, you know, he'll tell his little brother, he's like, dude, we can't, because if we do, you're going to get sick, and then it's going to hurt a lot to breathe. And then I don't want to lose my brother. And it's just like, it's sad that kids have to talk like that to each other, but we got to keep it real with them these days, because you just here today, gone tomorrow. It's sad that you even have to think like that about your own children, but you pretty much got to prepare them. And that's the situation we're forced to be in now.
Well, hopefully the society that we live in right now won't always be like this. And we already know damn sure that thing we have in office will not always be there. So
all I'm saying is, let's see who he buys the election from this time. That's all I'm saying. I smell an election being bought. Like, that's why somebody tried to tell me, oh, it's 5G poisoning. No, it's not. Please stop saying that. If I hear one more person say 5G poisoning, then I'm gonna smack them.
It's not.
That is not the same. That is radiation. Okay, radiation, virus, two totally different things.
And low-level radiation at that. So
thank you. It's like standing in front of a microwave. Ain't nothing happening. Go somewhere with that. Like, I feel like everybody just wants a reason to be upset right now, and understandably so. Their worlds have gotten, you know, turned upside down, and some more stuff. And yeah, that's another thing. My power bill goes up because they go in the fridge. Between the power bill and the grocery bill, it's just,
5 seconds ago. They still the same stuff.
hello. It's like you cannot be that thirsty. Okay, you're not that thirsty, and if you are, swallow your spit. Okay, just
Boredom comes with eating. That's what happens.
I know, right? But shit, it's a mess, and hopefully we return back to normal soon. But I hopefully with a better conscience of just like pay attention to what really matters, because it's being put in your face. Like, we complain about it all the time. I see it up and down my timeline every Monday through Friday. Oh my God, I don't have enough time to do this. I ain't got time to do that. I'm tired of working for this person, tired of working for that person. Well, I hope all these people with all these complaints have taken this time to make some changes. Like, you know, it's just take advantage of this time, especially if you're a parent that was in a career field where you're constantly working away from your home. Take advantage of that time with your kids, because they're going to remember this. And they can either remember it in a positive aspect or a bad one. You can either make it the best times for them and leave them with the best childhood memories that they can have, or just, oh man, during that, like, they're gonna tell your grandkids, like, oh, during this quarantine, me and your grandma, your granddad, we didn't do nothing. We just sat around and, you know, ate pizza all day and watched cartoons. Or it could be like, you know, hey, we playing Indiana Jones in the house. Like, you know, something like it's really up to you how this time turns out. Right. It's a personal choice.
Okay.
Well, that's cool. Candace, for your input on the quarantine and kids.
Thank you for having me. Like I said, if y'all see, like, you know, I'll send y'all a text like, help, when they get too much, and I send that distress signal.
Yeah, like I always call, you know, reach out to you, you know, from time to time, make sure you're okay. So
listen, I'll be one to respond. It's like, I swear, it's actually been a couple of times I've actually typed in my response and I fall asleep before I hit send. And I wake up the next morning and I was like, oh, I didn't reply back. Oops. And my reply is sitting like right there, just blinking in my face. I'm like, oh, dang. That's been my life as of this past month.
Understandable. So. All understandable. So, do you have, let's say, I know Tiara's got some shade. Do you have any shade?
Not really. Not really. Because literally everything, ain't nothing too shady about the kids. So you can't get too much shade dealing with the kids. Like, I don't know how much shade you can get, but I'm always down to hear some. Y'all know that.
All right. So, Miss Tiara.
I don't know if I have any shade today, Brian.
Well, let's take a break. Maybe we'll figure out some shade, and we'll come back for Editorial Shade.
All righty, right here on Fashion Victuals Radio.
Money everywhere, yeah. They don't even know. They be throwing shade everywhere.
Welcome back to Fashion Victuals Radio right here on ripradionetwork.com. Let's go ahead and jump into the shade, the editorial shade. I honestly don't have no shade.
You have no shade?
I have no.
You know how hard it is to find shade when everybody has to be up in their house and.
Yes. Yeah. No celebrity dish, dirt, nothing. No shade.
Not everybody's behaving like.
Actually, no. I disagree. I'll throw this in. Now, mind you, okay, I am a dude. I have needs. Okay. And Janelle, how you doing? You doing well? Hi. Yes. So. I understand this $1,200 stimulus, whatever BS is not going to help anybody whatsoever. And I hate the fact that it's a one-time deal. But knowing full well there are going to be some dudes who are going to spend that on something for adult entertainment. I'm not.
Pornhub Premium is free right now.
I understand for a month. I understand that. I understand that, OnlyFans is, less than $10 depending on who puts it out there. Sierra, again, we're shouting out. I think you should do one.
Wait, what?
Yeah, shake your head. But here's the thing.
No.
Here we are.
Do what?
Remember
Talking
we were
about
talking
creating
about
the OnlyFans page.
Yeah, remember we were talking about.
He's not the only person who said that to me.
Yeah, so
Wow.
But here's the thing. Now, did you hear about Black China?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I know
charging like what, $900 for like a FaceTime call or something like that.
Hell no. It's just like what? As tough as the economy is, it's like, come on now. Some guy is gonna spend $900 just to look at you for probably no more than 10 minutes.
Right. If I'm gonna look at silicone, like
I mean, I just don't understand the fact that something like that, to where like if I want to splurge my money for adult entertainment, mind you, there's something more cheaper than spending over almost $1,000 just to say, see how you doing and all that stuff. Unless I'm a big fan of yours, which I'm not.
oh my gosh, Janelle, please turn around and go.
It's true. Well, I think that with this whole stimulus thing.
Yeah, she's playing fashion designer back here with a trash bag. Don't ask me why. She's made this her runway now with a trash bag.
That's right.
Yeah, she's a little delirious, but this stimulus has got me irritated. Like, if I see the stimulus thing one more time, I'm gonna smack somebody. If you got your check, you got your check. If you didn't get one, you'll get it at the end of the tax year. Like, just shut up about it already.
But the thing is I never understood if it's like, you see, the memes out there about some of the other notable countries. They pretty much it's like a continuous thing when crisis like this happens. Us, it's like one-time deal.
It is, and there's actually I read it on, I believe it was Business Insider today, that the Democrats are trying to come up with a way to pay out, I believe it's $2,000 continuously a month for the life of this pandemic. That makes sense. Yeah. Because one time $1,200 plus $500 for every qualifying child under 18, it doesn't make sense. And there's actually a friend of mine, she's struggling hard. And it really breaks my heart for her, because before the quarantine, she was in a car accident.
Oh, wow.
Left her not able to, both of her legs and one of her arms is broken. So she can't work. She has 2 boys. One is autistic. And they told her, because her doctor said that her healing time frame should be between 9 to 11 months. When she tried to apply for disability, they tried to say her recovery time had to be at least 12 months before she could get yeah. Yeah. This is what my friend was told, talking about you need a note from your doctor saying that you would be out of work for at least 12 months in order to get disability. I was like, excuse me? I'm like, are you sure? And then on top of that, you have an autistic child. Like, that's a lot of work in itself. Like, my 10-year-old is ADHD. He's been diagnosed ADHD, and that's along the lines of the same spectrum, but ADHD is more mild compared to autism. And you sitting here worrying about recovering and trying to keep your autistic child educated and on track with his schooling. Like, it's a lot, and I feel really bad for her. And there's also even a lot of college students who this stimulus doesn't apply for. Janelle, okay, leave the laundry alone, please.
Let's say, based off of that, I've always felt like America has never been prepared for anything except for something that
our medical supplies were going to China when we needed them.
Right. And then you have again, especially the current, you can say the current administration was never prepared for this whatsoever. But overall, throughout history, I really think we've never been fully prepared for certain things unless we are fully under certain circumstances are prepared for it. Mainly,
the biggest problem I got with our country is our country is the first to go help everybody, but can't help your own people in your own country. You got all this money to send funds to whoever, but the schools in your country are still highly underfunded. You have veterans out homeless on the street.
Right.
You got homeless people everywhere. You're worried about everybody else's resources, economy, and military and all this other crap. But you ain't worried about what you got in your own backyard.
America is that fake auntie who got all the money in the world, and she like, oh, here you go. But got all these dark skeletons in her closet that nobody can see. That's what America is. They're that high class auntie that got all the money in the world to pass out to other people, but you
can't even help your own people.
Right. And then she's not taking care of nothing at home. That's how this is.
Because their main focus is like, well, we got focus over here because of oil. We got focus over here because they build our whatever. We got focus over here because we got to maintain the peace over there, so we don't have to deal with whatever issue that you guys fabricated. So
the only way we don't have to deal with anybody else's issues is if we stop sticking our nose in their business. They have their own governments. Hello, let them figure it out. Work on what you got going on here, because you still got people who feel that it's okay to target people for the color of their skin. You still got people who feel it's okay to abuse a system that's meant to assist people in getting back on their feet. You still have, people wondering, is this going to be my last paycheck before I'm out on the street? How about you worry about that first? Worry about that.
Yep.
Or my prisons are overcrowded because I have murderers mixed in with first-time, drug carriers. Get out of here with that. Fix your own shit first.
The sad part is like they want to try to keep everything the same. Like they said, make America great again status, and they want to try to keep everything the way it was. And it's like, you can't. That's why you go to other countries and they constantly evolve and get somehow improve themselves a little bit better socially. And everyone keeps fearing the fact of I'm not a socialist. We hate socialism and all that stuff, because one, you're dealing with, when you see other countries deal with socialism, it's because, and it's run badly. Yeah, you'll hate that. But when you deal with something that, mind you, I think we're the proper country that can probably make socialism pretty much better.
We can probably pull it off.
Yeah, pull it off. And because one, we do have the resources. The sad part is, especially when it comes to after this whole thing's over, we'll deal with more medical issues. It's the fact we've got what about health insurance? We want to keep the health companies and all this stuff. It's like, F that. Get rid of them. They're just middlemen. That's all they are. So once you get rid of them, you probably benefit a bit more.
Money involved. Think about it. Too much money involved.
Exactly.
Too much money changing hands.
But the thing is, the only issue is America is afraid of losing money. That's what it is. It's not even like the entire country. It's the 2% that are at the very top who are benefiting off of the health of America.
Yep.
That's what it is.
That's all it is. It's all greed. And it's it's real when it's said that the love of money is the root of all evil, because when you break it down, what it all boils down to is money, and it's affecting the ones hardest who are struggling week after week to rub two nickels together to keep their family together. That's who it's affecting the most, and it's disgusting. It's like, come on, it's only so much we can take. Next thing you know, you gonna see people rioting in the streets and doing all this, and you wondering why. It's because look what you're doing to us.
Mm-hmm.
Who has time to be sitting there stressing every single day, wondering, is this gonna be my last paycheck? Am I gonna have enough to keep the lights on this week? Am I gonna have enough to give my baby dinner in their stomach this week?
The stimulus check that they gave us ain't shit.
And I swear, if I see one more person, this is what's been irking me about this stimulus check. First of all, the misinformation that's been going out about it, that's super annoying. You're not getting taxed on it. Get over it. But when you see people who are still working and still making an income, and they're talking about I don't need that stimulus check, I'm good, then donate it to somebody who does.
Mm-hmm.
Donate it to a
or
food bank.
if you so good, go like take a family who you know is financially struggling, or a couple of families, and go buy them some food, or offer to pay one of their bills, or to assist on one of their bills. Take that $1,200 and do that, or like pour into somebody if you feel you don't need it. Pour into somebody who doesn't. Shut up about it already, because there's millions of people forced to not be able to make an income. You sitting there talking about something, oh, I'm good, I still got money in my paycheck, like I don't need this stimulus check. Then do something else with it out of the kindness of your heart, and shut up already.
I'll add this. I'm getting sick. I have gotten sick and tired on my Instagram feed. I don't know who these people are. They're probably sponsors, whatever. I'm sick and tired of these idiots who have these pictures of this wad of money they have. And it's like, okay, good. You have all this money that you didn't put into a bank for. I don't know why you're flashing it. I'm tired of seeing
take pictures with money anyway.
Yeah,
like,
and then
you just asking to be wrong.
You can't trust the banks either. You can't trust the banks either.
Well, but then again, at the same time, I'm seeing somebody posting about their bank account.
All of your cash.
Like, yeah. So what's the point? I mean,
not it's like, look, you got.
Right. So I don't care how much you got. If you're not giving me any of it, so why keep flashing it? So
you just saying, please come rob me.
Yes. Like that one dude. Remember that? Huh?
It's the society that we live in. Like these new age kids in this generation, they're very flashy. They like to show off whatever they have. And
that's why they all getting jumped and robbed and shot. And some, like, you hear 17-year-olds getting shot. Why? Because you sitting there flashing whatever you got on social media, and you pump faking for the gram. Like, all right, you keep pump faking, you gonna get a bullet pumped in. You keep playing.
Exactly.
These kids ain't getting it.
No. But that's on my shade. So
I really don't have.
That was more so a vent session, but okay.
Yeah, that's the whole point of editorial shade. It's.
I like the fact that you know, a lot of these people are taking a stance. Like I know Cardi B had Bernie Sanders on her live. Recently, and was kind of asking him certain questions. I like the fact that Puffy formed a meeting. It was like an emergency meeting. He called it like the family meeting on his network, Revolt TV, based on the health of Black America and how we're the ones who are being more affected by COVID-19 than a lot of others out here.
Yeah, because we already have a bunch of underlying health issues. But with this fact being known, I'm wondering if the Blacks that are dying, you might have gotten hit with COVID, but is that really the reason? Because I've seen a whole bunch of posts. I don't know if it's like somebody said it was based on fact. I'm not too sure, because like right when I tried to screenshot it and look it up myself with the sources she outlined, the scroll went away because my feed had updated, and I was kind of mad. But she was saying something like to the fact of that basically minorities are being told to say that their loved ones are dying from COVID, even though it could be something else that they're really dying from. Don't ask me.
We don't have testing. We don't know nothing.
This is, and you're right. This is all alleged. So when it comes to underlying issues, I'm assuming that the underlying issues is based on anything within your health as far as your immune system. So when they're
talking about like diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, that, like they're saying that all of these things are, you know, what makes Blacks and, you know, browns more susceptible. And from allegedly, now again, like we said, allegedly, because I gotta find this post. Now it's gonna bug me. I'm gonna like go hunt this post.
And you'll fall asleep before finding it.
Yeah, but you know what? That's fine, because then I'm gonna wake up with the same mission to go find it. But yeah, it was saying that, like, you know, minorities have, like, you know, pretty much been told that don't blame like basically don't blame the underlying health issue, blame COVID on the reason that they died, even though the real reason that they died is from their underlying health issue.
Well, let's be clear. It is from their underlying health issue, but something triggered it for you to even catch COVID-19, because
exactly
honestly, the symptoms are the same across the board. Nothing is different. It's always dry cough, have fever, pneumonia on both lungs. That's how it starts. Those are the worst symptoms of COVID-19. So you can't tell me that everybody who has all these different, let's be clear, because everybody has different underlying issues. So when they get COVID-19,
hold on, baby,
all the symptoms are exactly the same across the board. So my thing is, it should be blamed on COVID-19, because whatever they go outside of here, their immune system is at risk. It's at risk every time they step out their door right now, which is crazy. But this is what we have to do. And I understand some people may be put in a position where they don't have anybody who goes out to the stores for them, who are not able to care for them the way that they should be cared for. And you're taking a risk there too. But that's why I think that it's kind of bogus to say, oh, well, don't blame it on COVID-19 because you have other underlying issues. Yes, but guess what? You step out the door, your immune system is already at risk. So that's what happened.
Right. Yeah, well. Oh, before we go, want to shout out to Dustin of Out of the Box. They'll be on tomorrow night, Thursday at 7 p.m. on Rip Radio Network. So they gave us a little shout out. So, and Miss Candace, where people can find you.
Okie dokie. My Instagram and my Twitter is at Miss_Candace D. My Facebook is Candace D Harmon. If you want, I am still baking. Like, can't get me out of the kitchen. So you can follow my cake business, Candy's Cake Boutique, on Instagram, and it is at Candy's Cakes Boutique. On Twitter, it is Candy Cakes DMV, and Facebook, look up Candy's Cake Boutique. I'm actually looking to, Candy with an I, not a Y. Let's get that right. And I'm actually going to be planning something kind of like a special little giveaway sometime around the Mother's Day time, one for some deserving mothers. Awesome. And I'm looking to also do something like maybe a little cake pop or a cupcake bouquet for some first responders and some teachers as well. So stay on the lookout for that. I will be putting out a post to basically, a medical worker or an essential worker or a teacher. I'm going to make a post for some nominations and select a couple of people and just do something sweet for them because, everybody's struggling. So any way we can help, bring some joy to somebody, why not?
Yep. So that's phenomenal. That is awesome.
So when I get that put together, I will share it and all that stuff. Just keep a lookout for it. And I'll have all the details.
All right, cool.
Thank you, Miss Candace.
Thank you for having me. Yes, I know. We gonna get you right. I promise. We gonna get you right. We got time. I'm gonna get you right.
Okay, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Fashion Victuals Radio right here on RipRadioNetwork.com. Make sure you tune in next Wednesday for another sit-in episode. Right.
Sit-in.
We make it sound so revolutionary. We're gonna have another sit-in.
Yeah, your daughter's laughing. All right. Take care, folks.
Bye.